Hey guys, it's Alyssa and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then on my other channel, Music by Ally, I post music-related content like original songs and covers. And on this other channel, I post story times, challenges, all that jazz. So subscribe, join the Ally crew. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. This is the last video of my series, and it's like the grand finale. This is the most personal to me. This is the reason that I tell people that my middle school experience was so bad. Like, this is the main reason. So this whole thing kind of started in 6th grade, where in my last video I talked about how I was obsessed with this kid, with this boy. Like, I really liked him, and I did some really cringy things. And back then I wouldn't admit it, but like now I see that I was being a real creep to him. But I didn't appreciate when his friend took it to himself to be calling me a creep. And honestly, that wasn't bullying. That was just something I personally didn't appreciate. But when it became a problem was when he was actually, like, calling me ugly and stuff and saying, everybody thinks that, and it's like, oh, you're stupid and stuff. And just other things, like rude things to me. Since I was just 12 at the time and I wasn't, used to dealing with such, comments, then I was really offended. Like, this really set me aback and really made me start to look at myself differently. A lot of people would think that what I did wrong in the situation was reporting it. First of all, guys, don't let other people try and define what bullying is for you. Like, if one person says that, like, haha, you're stupid one time, like, you may not like it, but that's not really bullying. That's a one-time occurrence and something that's really mild. But if somebody is repeatedly calling you names and making you feel bad about yourself, remember that bullying is more about how it's taken on the receiving end. If it's making you look at yourself differently and question your self-worth, it's bullying. But here's what I did do wrong. On my other channel, then, I used to post, story times before I just went to making it a music channel. And I made the story time called I Got Bullied. I mainly only did it because as an aspiring YouTuber, then you have to make your videos look more, clickbaity. Like, you want people to want to click on it. You want it to look like something interesting, like a story they want to hear. So I didn't lie, I just made it more dramatic. Somebody from my school, I don't really know exactly who, saw the video, and it started spreading to many people who, knew me. Like, they didn't know my personality, they didn't know me personally, but they saw my face around school, so they knew who I was. Because the person who was tormenting me, then they were, viewed as popular, or they had a lot of friends, a lot of people supported their side, and I can see a bit how I was being dramatic, but I don't think that I was wrong to call it bullying, because it really did make me look at myself differently, after that for a really long time. It was really wrong of people, even if they were his friends, to try and make him the victim of a situation that he caused, where it was so clear-cut that I was the one being hurt. I kind of put that behind me. The past was the past. I didn't really care. I started the new year. I started 7th grade on a high note. I was kind of I got over the bullying. My hair was always being straightened. I started wearing makeup. I would put my hair down with my little headband, and I thought I looked so cute. Looking back, I didn't look bad, but I think I thought a little too highly of myself. I started the year on a high note, confidence-wise. Then November rolled around. I got this anonymous messaging app, and I think I just got it because everybody was getting it, and it was popular at the time, and people would get, sometimes people would get hate messages, but it was mainly messages that would, reveal, oh, you have a secret admirer or something, because it was an anonymous messaging app, or it'd be, something just nice messages that people would send you, and then you would, just be, swipe up so you could see who said the nice message. For a while, I was getting, messages that were fine, but then around the end of November, they started to be rude messages. The first message that I got that even had a hint of tension, it wasn't a bullying message, it was just somebody saying you're desperate for comments, because I did keep begging people to swipe up, because my comments started being, dead. I'd tell people swipe up and give me anonymous messages, but I wasn't really getting anything. Or I wasn't getting a lot of things, so I was kind of, begging people, so I was really desperate, so I was okay, that is true. When it started to be a problem was when I was getting messages that were just this person looks 1,000 times better than you'll ever look. Or why do you embarrass yourself every day with your outfits? Or like, you are so irrelevant. Why are you trying to act popular? When I really, like, I wasn't making any attempt to do that because I could care less about popularity. But like, I was just starting to get these messages, and the problem was I didn't even know who was sending them. After a while, then I was able to kind of suspect who it was. It was somebody who I, like, literally had never talked to in my life, and I was thinking, why would this person talk about me when they don't even know me? And that, like, part of me was like, haha, they don't even know me. And then part of me was like, they don't even know me, and they're willing to say all these rude things to me because they don't know me, meaning they don't even know what I'm going through. And at the time, I was going through a lot. I'm not going to specify everything because it's personal, but to kind of give a vague idea, people that I really cared about, that I was close to, were fighting for their life. That did a lot to me mentally. That really put me in a mood of constant, like, worry. I had a lot on my plate. And then on top of that, then I would, like, open my phone just to see multiple messages from people saying rude things about me, and that did a lot to me. Why would you just get on your phone and type this just to make somebody's day worse? Especially when they're, like, you don't even know what they're going through, because you could be like, oh, well, I didn't know that they were going through all these things in their personal life, but that's the point, you don't know, so don't send messages. Like, that's one thing I would tell you guys, don't be a bully. It's, like, one of the worst things you could do. I went through this period where I was not happy. Like, for about, like, 2 months, I was just super unhappy. I've never in my life been suicidal, I will say that. But I will say that it made it unpleasant to get up every day because I would have to go to school and see these people pointing fingers and laughing at me and whispering about me, and then I'd hear back, this person said such and such and such about you, this person was criticizing your outfit, these people all laughed when you walked in. I'd cry every day to my sister, and didn't want to tell my parent about it because I knew that they would probably bring it to the school. And at the time I was like, no, because people are going to know that I told, and they're going to call me a tattletale, and then it's going to cause more problems, because I feel like part of the reason that I started getting, like, taunted in 7th grade was because of the incident in 6th grade. And I actually remember something that just popped into my head. I think somebody like, actually went as far as to tell me that you were getting upset about all these things that the person said about you in 6th grade, and they're all true. And that hurt because people were basically, like, they were validating what the person did to me and, like, making it okay. And it wasn't okay. A piece of advice that I'd have to give you guys is don't hide this from your parents. I know that it's scary. Like, I didn't want to tell my parent for the longest time. Like, I didn't want my parents to get involved and, like, make it more complicated for me. Like, they wouldn't intend to, but it would just cause more complications because of how middle schoolers are in general. If you're going through something like this, immediately tell an adult. Like, don't try and hide it just because you think that there are going to be consequences. And this also, because of this insecurity, then, like, even when people stopped saying the things, like, I wasn't getting new messages or seeing new things happen to me, it would replay in my head for a very long time. Me already being insecure from that experience, then I would go on Instagram, I'd see that my posts wouldn't get a lot of likes, or as many likes as other people's, and nobody would really comment on my things. Like, you'd see other people's posts, and their friends would be like, oh my gosh, like, hottie, goddess, all these things. My posts just dead. It definitely did bother me. I remember one night, the night that I finally just told my parent about everything, it was because I just was bawling to my sister when I thought that my parent couldn't hear me, like I thought they were gone. Don't compare yourself to people on social media. People are only going to put out their best photos, so if you're trying to compare it to that, then, like, you're missing out on the beauty that you already have. And I have learned that from my experience. So I remember my parent, then they just told me, delete your social media. Deleting Instagram and deleting the anonymous messaging app, which I should have done from the get-go, then that helped, because not seeing the thing that was kind of sourcing my insecurity for like a good period of time, then that helped. So my closing tips. 1, don't be scared to tell a parent or like an adult, a trusted adult, about something that's happening to you at school. If it's something that's that bad, that's derailing your self-esteem, because the longer you just sit in silence about it, then the more your self-image is just going to keep deteriorating. Another thing, try to ignore people who are like just trying to bring you down. It's way easier said than done. It took me years. It took me a really long time to even get to the place that I am at now. You can't really stop what people are going to say about you, but you can control how you perceive what they say or how you react to what they say. So that's a big thing you need to remember. So, and like, remember the reason that people are teasing you. Obviously, they're insecure about themselves, because a happy person doesn't need to bring other people down to stay happy. Honestly, pray for them. Pray that whatever's going on in their life that's causing them to be so catty towards you will be resolved. And if you can get rid of the problem that's causing the main source of your insecurity, do that. Like, getting rid of Instagram, then that, like, the constant reminder that I was supposedly worse than other people, that helped me a lot. And getting rid of the anonymous app, which I really don't know why I didn't do, like, from the first time I got rude messages. Once I got rid of it, then the problems didn't disappear immediately, but it started getting better after that, noticeably. I can honestly say that I'm a lot better than I was 2 years ago. I feel a lot better about myself. I still have my down days, which is a normal part of being a teen, but I can genuinely say that I'm content with my life. I hope that you guys enjoyed that. If you are going to middle school, all the best. I have highlighted the bad things that happened to me, mainly because I wanted you guys to learn from my experiences, but middle school it wasn't great, but it wasn't horrible. I enjoyed my teachers. There's no guarantee that you will get a good teacher, unfortunately, but I was blessed with amazing teachers. And I met some people who I really hope I keep in my life, because they have made things a lot easier to deal with. I've met some people who I just genuinely love. I love them so much. And you'll meet people that may be your lifelong friends too in middle school. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this little series, and I love you guys, and I'm out. Peace.